Bai and Ruowei are training by a waterfall, and Bai is demonstrating his chi refining energy. He makes the water flow in the opposite direction and laughs at Ruowei's first attempt, but she reaches level 7 of the chi refining realm and progresses rapidly, leaving Bai anxious and jealous. She soon reaches level 9 too and starts doing tricks with the water, which even Bai can't do yet. News reaches the forging sect leader, Yue Chen Lian, that a mysterious city has risen from the ground. They're called for backup, as many cultivators have disappeared after going there. His brother Ren volunteers and heads to the ancient city to handle the problem. There they come across an army of zombie soldiers, who were people who previously visited the place. Soon, Ren's soldiers are affected by the spatial magic in the mysterious city, and they too transform into mindless zombies. Their eyes turn red, like burning lanterns, and they start chanting in unison about killing the Emperor King and bringing back the Shang dynasty to life. Ren is then captured by the evil Land Immortal, who is happy to find himself a body to transfer his soul. The Land Immortal transfers his soul to Ren, and the skeleton-like Wise Immortal is born. Bai is starting to get annoyed by Ruowei's quick advancement. He is clearly jealous of his student and acts like a shrewd teacher. She had already scaled several realms and was soon on her way to clear the Foundation Establishment realm. To stop her progress, Bai tells her to rest and translate the writings they found earlier on the stone tablet. After going through the writings, she reveals that the Land Immortal is an evil force and has the power to control the minds of any chi cultivator. Also, Dragon Ball blood can activate the ancient city, potentially triggering the Land Immortal, meaning it was her blood that activated the mysterious city to rise from the ground earlier. They quickly head down to meet the leaders whose troops disappeared from the ancient city. Ruowei could already fly on a sword, and this makes Bai feel useless and weak, like a noob gamer who can't win a single game even after playing it for ages. At the meeting, they learn that the ancient city changes locations and enchants people wherever it appears. The spatial energy of the Land Immortal is so powerful that it can turn countless people into mindless zombies within seconds. He surely has got the zombie riz in him. Lian pleads for Bai's help for his brother Ren, and Bai takes the responsibility of dealing with the Land Immortal as it was, because of his visit there that caused its rising. Everyone, including masters and students from various sects, is waiting for Bai outside the ancient city. Bai entered the city alone, like Rambo entering enemy grounds, and they were there to provide backup if needed. Lian is worried about rescuing his brother, but Huang Fu assures him that his master, Bai, is very powerful and will bring his brother back safely. He is mocked by Su because he admits to losing to Bai in a fight, even though he is higher in chi refining level than Bai. Huang Fu's student, Li Jinyao, seems to have a liking for Bai and desires to be taken in by Bai. Jinyao seems to have something for older men. As Bai walks through the eerily quiet city, zombie soldiers emerge from all directions and attack Bai. Bai easily defeats them one by one, and while fighting them, he realizes that they are the soldiers from the forging sect. Knowing they can't be saved, Bai turns them to dust and bones, using his thunder manipulating powers. Bai then sees Ren, hanging upside down in a weakened condition. He can feel Bai's spatial energy and is happy to know that someone has come in to rescue him. But his consciousness is suppressed by the evil force of the Land Immortal. Bai unties Ren and is about to lift him from the ground, but the Land Immortal takes over his body and attacks Bai. Bai quickly fights back, and the Land Immortal is happy to face a worthy opponent like Bai. After a short end-to-end fight, the Land Immortal decides to retreat and warns Bai to be careful when they meet again. The ancient city starts to sink again, and before it disappears completely into the ground, Bai throws his sword at a building and leaves the city. To everyone's surprise, Ruowei slaps him to confirm he's not controlled, and Bai explains to Lian that the Land Immortal has taken over his brother's mind and body, and he didn't want to harm Ren forcefully. Bai then asks him about survivors from Ren's quest to the ancient city previously, and Lian mentions Elder Lian. In another scene, Ren begs for death, but the Land Immortal reveals a plan to attract strong cultivators. He stabs Ren, causing Lian pain too, as the bodies of the two brothers are connected. Lian then visits Elder Lian in his room. The old man is pretending to be sick, and when asked about Ren, he fakes sadness and tells Lian that Ren ordered him to leave before the Land Immortal took him away. Lian then signals two ladies to enter the room. We see that it was Ruo Wei and Jin Yao who came there posing as caretakers. Jin Yao then feeds the old man a truth potion by calling it a medicine. Under the influence of the potion, Elder Lian reveals the truth that there's a pawn of the land immortal inside him, controlling him. Through the old man's body, the land immortal tells Bai about the ancient city's skeleton army controlled by the prince. We learn that the wisdom immortal has made the mansion, but the evil land immortal took over the mansion to rule the world. Bai's ghost friend Lang appears behind Ruo Wei, scaring her. She starts shouting at him for not taking away the evil souls from the ancient city, but Bai stops her by saying that it's only because of Lang that he's still alive. She should shut her mouth if she doesn't want her master to be taken away. After extracting the evil soul inside the old man, Lang gives Bai a scroll which had information about a counter-formation against spatial skills and leaves. Bai calls for cooperation from various sects and hands out the counter-formation. They plan to locate the city with Bai's sword, causing Huang Fu to taunt him. Huang Fu laughs at Bai's low level and doubts whether he'll be able to sense his sword correctly or not, but Bai shouts back at him for doubting his powers. We then see Lian in a huge metal suit, asking Bai to let him save his brother this time. Bai put up posters warning people to stay indoors as the ancient city would appear in the Shangchuan kingdom. The city appears and all the sect leaders with their troops prepare for battle. As Su and her sect use music for power, others employ unique methods. The land immortal in the body of Ren is angered by the ambush and sends out a red flame infiltrating the kingdom. Skeleton soldiers spread, and Yunji commands all the sects to launch their attack on the army of zombies. Su's magical command freezes the skeletons, making them vulnerable and easy for Huang Fu and his troops to attack. Evil souls are defeated by Yunji's lightning attacks, but the land immortal remains composed. Lian in his huge armor also desires to rescue his brother, but Bai stops him and asks him to wait a little longer. Possessed Ren finally comes out to fight and easily knocks off the disciples of Yunji. Yunji intervenes, but the land immortal is too powerful for him to fight on his own. Meanwhile, Lian lands a surprise attack on Ren, making him hit the ground. Lian asks Yunji to leave Ren for him, and they engage in a fierce battle. The girls from Su's sect inform Bai that everything is prepared. Bai orders them to prepare the array and hops on Ruo Wei's sword. Meanwhile, the two brothers are fighting fiercely. When Lian splits Ren's body in half, it's revealed to be an illusion. Then in the end, Lian pierces Ren's chest with his special sword, causing the land immortal to come out of Ren's body, but killing Ren in the process. The soul of the land immortal enters Lian's armor, thus gaining another strong body. Bai and Ruo Wei also reach the scene flying on her sword. Bai then walks up to the land immortal to fight him. Bai skillfully dodges all of his attacks and breaks the prince's armor, but it joins back after every attack. After several attacks, Bai's sword breaks. So he uses Lian's sword pierced in Ren's chest to counter the special armor. When the land immortal tries to flee using teleportation, he realizes that he is unable to use his powers because of the counter-spatial magic formation arranged by Bai. Bai steps in, sending the prince flying like a piece of paper with an attack, breaking his armor again. Then we see the real mansion of the wisdom immortal emerging from a portal in the sky. As the land immortal is retreating to the mansion, he challenges Bai to come find the wisdom immortal himself, and he'll be waiting for him there. Bai instructs Yunji to check the portal, but he refuses. The military sect master volunteers, but is struck by lightning when he tries to enter the portal, and is turned into a burned toast. Another sect master comes flying, and from him, they learn the mansion's owner is an immortal with powers to reincarnate the dead and reverse time and space. Bai orders everyone to gather at the Qingming sword sect to discuss the countermeasures while he makes a round of the ancient city with his old friend, Lang. Meanwhile, the land immortal is looking over them from the mansion. The floating skull of the wisdom immortal reminds the land immortal that, in reality, it is his mansion that the land immortal has occupied. In a change of scene, Bai heads over to Lang, supervising all the souls from battle heading to the afterlife and being sent to hell. Bai continues to beg Lang to tell him whether the wisdom immortal knows a way to reach the Foundation establishment realm. But Lang refuses due to a confidentiality policy. Lang points towards the portal and tells Bai that he will get his answer when he enters the portal, and meets the wisdom immortal himself, making Bai angry as he's unable to enter due to the thunder attack. However, Lang spills that it may not affect cultivators of his level and disappears. Bai returns to the Qingming sword sect where everyone is gathered. The sect masters request Bai to enter the mansion and kill the land immortal for the treasures. Bai reveals his plan to explore the mansion the next day. Amidst this, Su comes in, revealing that some cultivators broke into the portal last night, driven by the opportunity to become immortal. It turns out, thunder attacks don't affect those in the Foundation realm. Bai decides to explore the mansion the next day with a handful of disciples in the Foundation realm. Ruowei tells Bai that she wants to go with him too. Bai is praying when Ruowei interrupts, asking why he won't let her go. Despite the risk, Bai appreciates her passion and allows her and give her bamboo sticks infused with his sword's energy for emergencies. Meanwhile, Jinyao enters with tea, and she too wishes to accompany Bai. When Bai asks if Huangfu will permit her, she tells him that he'll give her permission if she wants to go with Bai. Inside the mansion, the cultivator from before is captured while the skull mocks the land immortal for being weak and desperate. At this point, the wisdom immortal almost resembles that stupid voice in our head that tells us to jump off roofs every now and then. The next day, all the leaders along with Bai gather under the portal. They decide to try sending puppets through the portal to check whether the thunder strikes are active or not, only to realize they hit the puppets too. A smoke shaped like a skull comes out of the portal and tells Bai to stop playing tricks and come in. Bai realizes that all the volunteers to accompany him to the mansion are girls. Besides Jinyao and Ruowei, there was a girl from Su's sect and another from the military sect. Bai warns the girls about the unknown dangers they might have to face inside the portal and asks them to bid goodbyes to their masters before leaving. Bai gets ready to go up to the mansion, angry at the masters for sending 4 girls with him. They prepare to enter, and Bai asks Su for a favor. Her magical music creates waves, allowing Bai to walk in the sky after the girls fly to the portal on their swords. Su pushes Bai inside the portal using her magical notes, and the girls follow, and they all land safely in a different landscape after passing through a void-like world. Ruowei reads the writing on a stone about the 8 pains of life. Bai mocks the writings and calls it a joke, but soon a portal named the first pain of life, birth, opens, leading them to a beautiful garden. The beautiful illusion intoxicates the girls, making them fight for Bai's affection. All of a sudden, Bai becomes the Prince Charming for them. Each of them expresses their love for Bai and tries to convince him to marry them, but the others quickly pull each other back, resulting in a fight. The girls were literally fighting over him with fists and kicks. After a prolonged fight between the girls, Bai is finally able to bring the girls out of the illusion, and the girls question him if he took advantage of the situation. Bai is surprised to hear the question and tells them that illusions of this level don't work on him at all. Then they realize that the rocks around them are closing in slowly. Soon all of them get trapped within the rocks with Bai in the middle of the 4 girls like sausage in a hot dog. Bai takes out his sword and with a quick slash breaks the rocks to release the group. The land immortal intervenes and presses the button on his throne to lead them to the next stage. As they proceed, they face the second pain of life, aging, causing the girls to turn into old grandmas. Bai discovers the mansion's time-manipulating power from the writing on a stone warning about aging, but Bai is immune to the effect, and only the girls get affected. Bai carries them towards the exit, overcoming obstacles, and the girls turn back to normal when they enter the next stage of the journey. They enter a place filled with flowers and butterflies, warned about the third pain of life, illness. Before walking through the garden with bright flowers, Bai reminds the girls to concentrate their spiritual energy and form a shield around their bodies. The girls do as told, and the group starts walking through the flowers with the shields of the spiritual energy around them. Bai realizes that the flowers absorb their spiritual energy, making each girl sick one after the other. Bai casts a barrier around the girls to regenerate their spiritual energy and cuts the flowers with his sword, but they regenerate again and start absorbing the barrier created by Bai around the girls. He eventually destroys them with a burst of spiritual energy, and they move on, passing another illusion. The girls are impressed by Bai's powers, and when asked about his spiritual energy reserve after the burst, he tells them that it's far from being drained. The land immortal is surprised by this too. The wisdom immortal warns the land immortal yet again by telling him that he won't be able to defeat Bai so easily. In another vibrant place surrounded by spider lilies, a flashback reveals they knew it was the 4th pain of life, death, before walking through a scary-looking gate. But they didn't expect the Hades realm to be so beautiful. As they discuss it, Bai sees a boat approaching them on the river. It's none other than Lang, who is there to take the group to the master of the Hades realm, Yama. They all reach the Forgetting Bridge, where a beautiful woman feeds a special soup made of lifelong tears to a kid. The soup helps us forget memories. The girls gulp down the soup made of unimportant tears, while Bai gets a large barrel of tears. Crossing the bridge, the girls witness Bai's embarrassing memories, and he urges them to move ahead. The land immortal is growing restless and impatiently waits as he is unable to watch what's going on in the Hades realm. The wisdom immortal tells him the Hades realm is ruled by Yama, and no one can look over the realm without his permission. Bai, bloated like a fat pig from excessive tears, explores the Hades realm with the girls. When reaching Yama, Bai plays an ancient board game with Yama, and after some time leaves the Hades realm with the girls without any harm. Seeing this, the land immortal throws the wisdom immortal out of anger and presses the golden button again to let the group enter another illusion. Bai scolds the girls for taking gifts from ghosts and gives all the gifts back to Lang. In a new place, resembling an infinite outer space, they face the seventh pain of obsession. Crystal objects show them manipulated memories, trying to exploit their weaknesses. Bai sees visions of his past and struggles, while Ruowai witnesses hurtful memories involving her father. The girls, smart enough not to be fooled, break free from the illusions by breaking those crystal mirrors. The land immortal blames himself for underestimating them, as the pieces of the broken crystals turn into a giant snake. The snake shoots sharp crystals at them, but Bai quickly casts a barrier, protecting the girls. Using his tricks, he controls the barrier to evade the snake's attacks. He finally finishes off the snake, and a gemstone comes out of it. Bai tells the girls to concentrate on the hatred inside them as he realizes that the giant snakes are born from their hatred. The girl from the military sect can release her hatred, and another giant snake emerges. Bai quickly starts fighting it. Suddenly, a small snake also emerges from Jinyao's feeling of hatred, and it attacks Ruowei's arm, leading to a small wound. The girl from the military sect quickly slices the snake into two with her axe, but when the snake's head takes in Ruowei's Dragon Ball blood, it regenerates and grows even bigger than the previous ones. Ruowei realizes that her Dragon Ball blood might be empowering the snake. The snake shoots crystals at them, but Bai intervenes. The girls point to Jinyao as the one who hid her hatred, but Bai notices a bruise on Ruowei's arm, realizing that her blood must have contributed to the snake's growth. He instructs the girls to protect Ruowei as he takes on the snake. Bai climbs onto the snake's body, creating multiple slits and finally stabbing its head with his sword, like chopping off meat for barbecue. The snake bursts into several pieces, and Bai steadies himself. The girls, including Jinyao, express relief and gratitude. Meanwhile, the land immortal is annoyed by Bai's unconventional approach. Bai hands Ruowei an image-storing gemstone and tells her to hold it in the air for the land immortal to see and come to fight Bai. For the other girls, he tells them to get ready to fight more snakes as there's a lot of hatred inside him because of his long 3,000 years of living. Bai is engaged in continuous battles with summoned snakes, using them as part of the devil training for the girls. On the other hand, Ruowei is exhausted from holding the image-storing gem and grows bored. As the girls struggle to defeat the snakes, Bai steps in just in time to kill the creatures and collect more gems. Back in the Delight House, Su receives news of the Monster King's death from a messenger girl. Huang Fu, stressed and concerned about Jin Yao, questions Bai's ability to protect the disciples as 7 months have already passed in the real world. Su reassures him that Bai is powerful enough to handle the situation. In the mansion, the frustration grows as Bai can't find the exit and challenges the land immortal to come out and fight. In the Delight House, the messenger girl suggests that Su, with her pure bloodline, take charge to prevent riots and monster attacks on humans. Su is urged to use her influence to protect humans from the chaos. Back at the mansion, the girls are exhausted after successfully defeating another snake, summoned by Bai. However, Bai, relentless in his devil training, summons yet another massive snake, amusingly naming it his first love that failed. The girls plead with him to stop, but Bai seems determined to continue. In response to Bai's actions, the land immortal decides to confront them personally. Leaving behind his cloak, his red rotten soul enters the portal while sitting in a corner. The wisdom immortal mentions that he is awaiting Bai's arrival. As the girls ask Bai to stop, the land immortal emerges from the smoke, absorbing the gems collected by Bai. The smoke transforms into a formidable demon, representing the combined power of the four pains. The demon proposes a deal, asking Bai to sacrifice himself for the girl's safety. Unfazed by his threat, Bai mocks the demon, taunting its flaws and unpopularity. The demon grows angrier, engaging in a fierce battle with Bai, who skillfully dismantles its limbs while exposing its inner demons. In a surprising turn of events, Bai defeats the formidable demon, showcasing his immense power. He then instructs the girls to gather the gems, telling them their value. Back at the Qingming sword sect, leaders are strategizing to combat the monsters. Yunji is hesitant due to their sect's financial struggles. He's like the friend who always complains about being poor, even though he lives in a mansion. Su intervenes, urging them to wait for Bai's return. Within the mansion, the girls discover powerful stones infused with various abilities left behind by the defeated demon. The girl from the military sect finds a stone with a thunder attack power times 1,000, which she attaches to her axe. Bai, busy collecting gems, is approached by the defeated and tearful land immortal. He asks Bai to let him go in return for letting the group reach the wisdom immortal. As Bai considers the deal, the land immortal quickly disappears and takes Ruowei with him, after challenging Bai to rescue her. All this land immortal does throughout the story is get defeated by Bai and flee with useless threats. The girls are ready to fight, but Bai warns them to be cautious. Smoke envelops them, and the space collapses, leading everyone to land abruptly in a throne room. As Bai thinks of leaving to search for Ruowei, he hears a sound from the rubble. When he clears the rubble, he finds the wisdom immortal offering a deal. He promises to answer any question Bai seeks answer to if he helps the wisdom immortal to get out of there in return for telling Bai about Ruowei's whereabouts. He also revealed that the mansion was created with the blood of the Dragon Ball. It is now being used to resurrect a great demon with Ruowei's blood as the key. In a secluded place within the mansion, Ruowei wakes up to find herself tied up. The land immortal appears, warning her that escape is futile and that the more she struggles, the more she will bleed. Despite her condition, Ruowei remains confident that Bai will come to her rescue. Meanwhile, Bai ventures into the deepest part of the mansion, where he encounters a dog-like demon, the awakened skeleton of the great demon fueled by Ruowei's blood. A fierce battle ensues as Bai tries to discover the demon's weak points. The girls, watching anxiously along with the wisdom immortal through the oracle, cheer as Bai successfully defeats the demon, slicing it into ashes. As Bai finds Ruowei tied up, the land immortal reveals that cutting any connection will result in her death, as she is now linked to the land immortal. The girls are furious and demand a way to defeat the land immortal from the wisdom immortal. The wisdom immortal explains that the only way to break the connection is if the land immortal willingly cuts it himself. Back at the Qingming sword sect, Su and other leaders learn that the mansion's fight is affecting the Shangchuan kingdom. The situation is becoming increasingly dire. The intensity rises as Bai confronts the land immortal and offers his body to save Ruowei. Ruowei asks Bai to not let the land immortal take over his body, but Bai tells her to use what he gave her before coming there, hinting at those bamboo sticks he gave her before. The land immortal thinks over the offer for a while and decides to trust Bai, who is standing there with open arms. In a daring move, Bai captures two of the land immortal's souls. With immense power, Bai tears apart the captured souls, leaving the land immortal's last soul connected to Ruowei. Using the same bamboo slip, Ruowei triggers a reaction, causing a surge of spiritual energy. Despite her pain, Bai reassures her and reveals the end of the land immortal. Well, that was easy. Bai then returns to the girls with Ruowei's unconscious body in his arms. The girls are impressed by his powers, and the girl from the military sect also requests for mentorship, like Jin Yao. Seeking a quick exit, Bai urges the Wisdom Immortal to teleport them outside, but the Wisdom Immortal reveals that without the Land Immortal, the mansion is useless and it will fall to the ground, killing everyone on the ground instantly. As the Shangchuan kingdom faces imminent collapse, Huangfu urges Su to leave, but she refuses, still hopeful of Bai's return. When Bai finally appears, a mix of emotions ensues, as he pushes away a joyful hug from Huangfu. With everyone safely out, Bai hands the skull to Yunji, and commands an evacuation before using an immense amount of energy to stabilize the collapsing mansion falling from the sky. The incredible display of power marks Bai's breakthrough to a new level, leaving the onlookers in awe. Days later, when Ruwei wakes up, she is greeted by Jinyao. Jinyao fills her in on Bai's extraordinary feat in saving the Shangchuan kingdom from disaster by absorbing the collapsing mansion. Later, we see Yunji and another master showering the Wisdom Immortal with questions out of curiosity until Bai arrives. He inquires about reaching the Foundation Establishment realm. Surprisingly, the Wisdom Immortal confirms he can, causing Bai to dance out of joy. But when he asks him how he could reach the realm, the Wisdom Immortal simply replies that he doesn't know about that. Our guy fought and defeated an immortal only to get an "I don't know" as answer. Frustrated by the lack of guidance, Bai's mood sours, but the Wisdom Immortal shares his current level, revealing Bai as an immortal with immense power. The skull assures Bai of his invincibility, suggesting he doesn't necessarily need to reach the Foundation Establishment realm. The skull hints at ancient legends depicting a man breaking through the Qi refining realm with his essence. Meanwhile, at the Delight House, Bai accepts a role as Sue's hatchet man and surprises her with a request to dig her ancestor's grave. Simultaneously, the messenger girl from before reports to a mysterious figure on a throne that his elder sister is finally going to be there soon. So, thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to subscribe for more interesting videos like this.